What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video will be a continuation of the how-to series, now talking about arcade, how to use arcade, and also how to fight arcade. Now, before we get anything into the rotation on offense, I specifically need to make mention of the individual who enlightened me about how to use arcade on offense, and that is Allison Edits. All credit to this offensive rotation goes directly to Allison Edits. She is the one who discovered this rotation and discovered this playstyle, so all credit goes to her. I will also be linking her channel down in the description below. She's one of the best players on YouTube right now, and I highly recommend you check out her content. So, with that out of the way, let's get into the offensive loop and rotation for arcade. We'll go fight Winter Soldier first just to show it off in a baseline scenario. Arcade, played effectively, wants to follow this rotation on offense. I'll be using my rank 3 7-star Sig 1 on the live server. It's just reflective on the CCP beta. I just got a re-import so that I have my fresh account on the beta. So the thing to note with Arcade Sig is he gets a steadfast buff right before he auto blocks an attack, which can allow him to block unblockable attacks, I believe from non-cosmics. I'm not sure if, let me see, steadfast. No, this has nothing to do with cosmics. Okay, so never mind. Cosmics, he can block cosmic attacks, but it will not trigger if the opponent has an undermine effect. So someone like Scream or someone like Vox can get around this still because they get around auto block. So the Steadfast is incredibly helpful for blocking unblockable attacks, and then also the Torment that he gains when the opponent is in the Poison Cloud increases the damage of all of his damage over time debuffs, and obviously that scales with the Sig, but even just one Sig or one dupe increases the damage overall. So let's just do a regular fight here, and you're going to see that the playstyle for Arcade on offense is kind of wacky, but it's incredibly safe. So what you're going to notice is that once I get Winter Soldier into the corner, I'm going to heavy spam. And I don't mean just heavy spam lightly, I mean full-on heavy spam like there's no tomorrow. So how Arcade works is every time the opponent is inflicted with one of his debuffs, he gains these Arcade tokens. And as you can see, I just auto-blocked Winter Soldier during my heavy attack. He hit me, and I consumed my tokens to auto-block. So with Arcade, you can just heavy spam like this. And as long as you have 2 Arcade tokens, you will consume those tokens and you will gain an auto block effect, and you will stop the opponent from hitting you. You'll inflict a nice shock debuff, and you can just heavy spam in the corner to your heart's content. So watch, I'm going to intentionally let him hit me. There's my auto block. Saved my charges. You can technically do it 2 times in a row if you have 10 charges, but as long as you have 2 and you're throwing a heavy attack, the opponent cannot hit you. As you can see right there, throw another special 2, and we are completely locking Winter Soldier down. This is far and away not the fastest way to take down opponents, but that was no damage taken, just over a minute and 10 seconds from a rank 3 defender character. And we completely controlled the entire match. We did not get hit a single time to take any damage. Arcade's auto block counts as a well-timed block, so it will be getting the benefit from like the parry mastery. So I believe that's on defense, or like the benefit of performing a well-timed block, should I say, is reducing the damage of the blocked hit, not the parry necessarily. I was thinking parry and block reduction were sort of the same thing. But the benefit of a well-timed block is obviously reducing block damage, and Arcade has incredibly high block proficiency, as well as gaining sort of an attack shield from having the Inequity mastery. Inequity reduces the opponent's attack rating by up to 36% based on how many debuffs are on them, and that's going to increase, or that's going to decrease their attack rating even further, and also decrease the damage you would potentially take on a blocked hit or just any hits in general. So now let's go fight some champions in the CCP testing map that Arcade really looks solid for. Arcade has these pre-fights that allow him to take certain champions and certain defenders or get around certain mechanics. So we're going to go fight Domino here. And you're going to see that Arcade can handle Domino because he has a pre-fight that allows him to increase his, I believe, debuff or just personal effect ability accuracy by 100%. Yeah, personal effects and the stun from the parry mastery gain 100% ability accuracy. And if he's not fighting a cosmic champion, he is immune to Incinerate. So Arcade triggers that pre-fight, and now all of the personal effects, and the stun from the parry mastery have 100% increased ability accuracy. The only thing that is not increased is the dexterity mastery. So if you're dexing, you still have a chance to critical fail in that regard, but everything else is completely safe. We're going to throw the special one here. That applies some shocks. I'm going to throw my heavy attack, and then I'm going to dash in and throw another heavy attack, and now we just heavy spam. Eventually, Domino will throw a special 2, and all I have to do is get right back in the corner. I can throw another special 1, keeping the shocks up, keeping those debuffs up. Throw my heavy attack, and it's just heavy spam. It is literally just heavy spam. Domino throws her special 2 again. I get the nice shock applied to me. Throw my heavy attack again. Doesn't matter. There's the parry. Throw the special one more time. And that should do it. I'm not even going to hit her again. Just going to throw my relic. And while it might not be the speediest way to take down Domino, that was just over a minute and no damage taken against a rank 4 Domino. This is a rank 3 Arcade versus a rank 4 Domino. I'm telling you guys right now, do not underestimate Arcade on offense. He's not going to be as fast as someone like Shocker, who's just a designated nuke, but Arcade is an unbelievable attacker. He gets the job done so efficiently and consistently, and he has so much control over the matchup. You basically have like a built-in taunt with the heavy charging, because the opponent's more likely to dash in if you're just charging your heavy, and as long as you have 2 arcade tokens, they're going to get parried by your auto block, and you go right back in. And it's a wonderful thing. It really is just so amazing. Arcade is so versatile, and it makes him a great dual threat in like questing scenarios. And even some short form content, like that was 63 seconds for a rank 4 Domino. I guarantee a rank 4 Arcade gets that fight done in less than 60 seconds for sure. Let's go fight Jean Grey with Arcade, just to show off his versatility in modern-day matchups. The one thing you do have to keep in mind with Jean Grey is Arcade is not immune to reverse controls, so as long as you're playing around that aspect of the fight, which obviously is easier said than done, Arcade can definitely handle this matchup. So, ideally, we get Jean Grey to the corner as fast as possible, potentially throwing a special 1 on the way. Alright, now she's in the corner. I can throw my heavy attack right after this because she's right on the little stun thing, the trap stun, which recharges over time. Back up, bait the special, throw my heavy attack again, and now we're in business here. You can block that second hit of Jean Grey's special 1 to ensure you know you're inverted or not. And now, it's just heavy spam time. We have those torments being paused because they're over the poison gas field. Throw another heavy attack. She tried to hit me, but auto block parried. Right back over the trap. Heavy attack again. 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 Throw a special 1. And that should be all she wrote. So again, we have a matchup where Arcade barely takes any damage and takes down a rank 4 defender punching up in just over a minute. I'm telling you guys, Arcade is nothing to sleep on. Absolute amazing attacker if you know what you're doing and you play him properly. There's a little bit of nuance with recognizing when you have enough charges to auto block, and once you figure that out, and I recommend watching some of Allison's videos to figure that out specifically if this video wasn't helpful enough, Arcade goes crazy on offense. So now we've looked at Arcade on offense, let's take a look at what Arcade looks like on defense and some of the best ways to fight Arcade. So Arcade is a very fair defender for the most part. I believe that in most matchups, you can get around Arcade without too much hassle as long as you are paying attention to the match at hand. So I'm going to use a variety of different characters here to show off that Arcade can be handled by a plethora of different champions. We'll go for these 4 to start, and then we can show off potentially others as we go. The number 1 tip for fighting Arcade on defense, I'm going to show you in this initial matchup here, is dashing back after the first hit of his special one to place the trap far behind you. After you've done that, you want to dash in and then either block or dex the remaining part of the special one. I'm going to go with Venom here because Venom is very simple in terms of how you play him, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. So I am hitting Arcade, and I ideally want to only bait his special one. Now Arcade has a special one. Watch what I do. I dash back all the way to the back of my screen, and then I dex the final part of his special one right up close. That puts the poisonous gas field so far away that by the time I finish a special attack and finish baiting another special from Arcade, it's already expired. And I can just repeat this process over and over again. I am telling you right now, this is the absolute best way to fight Arcade to ensure that you never really have to worry about the poison gas field triggering at all. Venom takes out a rank 4 Arcade in 39 seconds. No damage from poison. I got one Arcade token on me that entire fight because I needed to bait one more special before finishing him off. I'm telling you right now, that is the absolute most important piece of information when fighting Arcade on defense. That and knowing when you can knock him down. If Arcade gets 3 tokens on defense, the next hit that you do, unless you have Undermine, will be auto-blocked. You need to knock Arcade down with a heavy attack to remove 2 tokens, and then he goes back down to 1, and he can no longer auto-block you until he gets back to 3. He gets 3 by applying debuffs on you in any way, shape, or form. Your poison, bleed, shock, torment, whatever the case may be, any sort of debuff being applied to you will give Arcade his tokens. Also, dexing Arcade's special 2. If you fully dex it, fully block it, whatever the case may be, he will gain 2 tokens immediately after that, so you need to knock him down as quickly as possible after you've baited his special 2. Now I'm going to go in here with Scream and show you just how crazy Scream is in general at rank 4. Watch this. Medium, 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 light, 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 special 1, bait Arcade special 1, medium, light, 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 and another full combo ending light attacks. And I even took a little combo to the face there. It doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter. That was a 32-second fight with rank 4 Scream. Equal rank there. If I would not have paused for whatever reason and taken a hit to the face, it would have been probably 2 seconds faster. But Scream is just so good. Scream is unbelievably good. Now let me show you a bit of a longer match with Arcade using Tigra. So Tigra is fairly solid for Arcade, again, with the preconceived knowledge in your mind of dashing back after the first hit of his special 1 and dashing in before the final hits. So you're going to see right here that I'm going to bait Arcade's special 1, dash back, heavy charge, right through it. Throw my special 2, and by the time my special 2 finishes, the original trap placed is gone. He throws another special 1. I dash back, I dash in, I heavy charge. And again, I throw my special 2. By the time this special 2 finishes, the trap will be gone. He throws one more special 1. I dash back one more time. I dash in, I heavy charge, and that's a bigger health pool Arcade taken down with Tigra in 45 seconds, basically no health lost. I'm telling you guys right now, as long as you manage Arcade's special 1 Poison Cloud, he's a lot easier to deal with. Still tricky, still some nuance required. This is definitely not easy, but it's a lot easier to manage. Let me show you the Arcade Special 2 decks before we end off this video here. I was going to show you Gallon, but I feel like the point has already been made with the first 3 champions. Let me show you the Arcade Special 2 decks. It is incredibly tricky to do the full decks, I will say that. But going for a partial dex or dexing the final hit is definitely something you can do. Actually, let me use Zemo here. Why not? So it is just backing away from the fire part of the Special 2, backing away from the initial little flamethrower, and then you do 3 quick consecutive dexes, and that's the Special 2 dex. So, here we go. Back away from the flamethrower, and then all the way back to the screen. 1, 2, 3. But as you can see, he gains 3 of his arcade tokens. I misspoke earlier and said he gained 2. He gains 3. And as you can see, I knocked him down. He lost 2. Now I can hit him, and he will not auto-block me. But just to show for the sake of the example, let's say I do get debuffs on me. I block the special one. And let's say I go in for a hit here with the auto-block charges. There's the auto-block. He parries me, but Zemo has cleanse, so I get around it. And he has 2 right now, so he cannot auto-block with just 2. He needs 3. And there you go. The point has already been made. Don't hit him when he has 3 or more unless you have Undermine. So that is all I have to show for this arcade video, how to use and how to fight. I hope you found this video incredibly helpful. I love arcade. I've become such a fan of this character over the past year, and I am incredibly inclined to take him to rank 4 as one of my next tech champions down the line. So, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, and I really hope that you did, please consider subscribing and also hitting that like button. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.